Warning, shots will be fired during this presentation.
YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, everywhere else. Welcome to another episode of the best damn combat review show on YouTube. This is We Talk Combats, where we talk combat sports and entertainment. I'm joined by my co-host, Queen. Special guest today. But first, let me go around the room and ask you guys how you are. Queen, how you doing today, babe? How are you?
I'm excellent. 2 more chemos left, and then I am in the next part of my life.
Hey.
Let's get to the stuff today. We got a guest.
BA, how are you today, bro?
How am I supposed to follow that? I'm great. I'm okay. I'm cool. I'm copacetic right now.
Travis, how are you today, bro? Switch off. Can you hear me? You muted, Travis. Got technical difficulties already. Oh, he muted still? There you go.
You hear me? Okay, I'm excited.
I can hear you now. You excited for the day?
Yeah, we're excited for today's show. Let's go.
We have a special guest here with us, y'all, to talk about one Hulk Hogan, aka Terry Bollea's legacy. He's also going to help us give TKO some pointers to get out of the $3 billion of debt. Our guy, Bobby Monsoon, 215, like and subscribe.
Hey. What's up, man? How y'all doing, man?
We're glad to have you here.
Man, I'm glad to be here, man. They probably thought I was gonna run from the smoke, man, but we gonna chop it up about a lot, man.
All right, y'all. Well, if you don't know already, follow Bobby Monsoon on all his socials. I have all his information in the description. He's going to join us today. No problem, bro. We usually give our highs and lows at this time about the week in WWE. That's Raw and SmackDown. But since we had, a major, I guess, tragedy happened this week, we're going to talk about that and give our highs and lows on Hulk Hogan, just overall, and also our overall opinion of his legacy, guys. So let's get to the highs and lows. All right, Bobby. So we know this is your guy. We're already getting shots and all. We already getting shots and all in our replies on Twitter, and they were mainly directed towards you. Were catching strays. But I'm gonna let you have the floor first, bro. Seriously, just give us your highs and lows, your overall opinion on Hulk Hogan, his legacy, what he meant to you, I guess, and then also at the end of the day, how he be remembered in your eyes.
I gotta go off that first. How he's gonna be remembered? It's always gonna be conflicted. You know what I mean? You're gonna have the people that's gonna remember the Hulkamania when they was 7, 8. You know what I mean? And love what he did. And you're gonna have the people that just hate what he did, as far as saying nigger, being a racist, and whatever else he did that probably hindered people's careers on the back end. Because trust me, the people on Twitter, they'll have no idea. I got real street dudes that's in my family like, yo, bro, Man, you posted that Hulk Hogan shit, man. They want to fade me for Hulk Hogan. It's like, bro, you're in the street, you're doing, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't want no fade. I still fuck with Hulk Hogan from as a kid, but to be honest, the racist shit, that's literally the only reason why I don't be having a bunch of Hulk Hogan stuff around, because just like anything else, that shit hurt me too, you know what I mean? It's just, if you watch my channel, you know, I'm just an independent thinker, you know what I mean? If everybody thought SmackDown was bad, and I'm literally the only person that's thinking SmackDown Raw is good, I'm gonna say that, you know what I mean? Everybody thinks, well, a lot of people think that Hulk Hogan is a I found out POS mean piece of shit. So a lot of people think Hulk Hogan is a piece of shit. I respect people's opinion for that. You know what I mean? I just got a different opinion just because if I didn't see Hulk Hogan try to go on a more religious path and like try to change his rhetoric the last few years of his life, I probably wouldn't even be like, you know what I mean, a big Hulkamania still at this day. But I'm just a forgiving person. My cousins say, man, you pussy, bro. But you know what I mean? It's like, yo, I still live as a little kid in me, you know what I mean? I still remember, like I said in the videos, I be extra, but I also be real, you know what I mean? Like, if Hulk Hogan told me to grab a pistol and fucking go rob a few niggas, you know, I wouldn't be on YouTube right now. But he told me that, you know, it's eat your vitamins and say your prayers, but it's more of a positive message, you know what I mean? It's very unfortunate that in 2015 he came out, he said the nut shit. I wish he didn't fucking say it. Shit. I wish he didn't feel that way, but you know, we all the same color here. We know we're all dealing with levels of racism daily, you know what I mean? So it's just like it's just crazy. It's unfortunate. Those are the obvious lows, but the highs, we all know the highs, you know what I mean? Main event in WrestleMania 1 through 8, 9, 10, and all of this stuff. But a lot of that shit is going to have a coffee stain on it just because of Terry and his own doing. And you know what I mean? I can't say nothing when somebody say some shit, but man, I respect your opinion, bro.
Understood. So
Gotta
Queen.
take it on the chin.
Yeah, facts.
Queen, let's follow.
Yes.
Actually, before we do that, I forgot to do some things. I was so excited. If you could, if you're new to the channel, pause on that one. But if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe for us button for us, y'all. It's somewhere beside BA's left shoulder. Also,
Well, no, right now it's
bell.
where Terry's leg, I think.
Yeah, well, yeah, Terry's left leg. Yes, I'm sorry. Somewhere beside Terry's left leg. Also, hit and the like button. And if you could, also, if you haven't already, follow us on We Talk Combat Clips, where we have all our condensed versions of the shows and shorts. But let's keep it moving. Queen, what's your, I guess, highs and lows of Hulk Hogan, aka Terry Bollea, and also what's your overall opinion on his legacy?
So I'm gonna start it literally at a conversation I had with my mom the other day. Like, so the first show I remember as so trust me, I go back. So my first show that I remember Hulk Hogan was at, we bought a bandana and we bought a shirt. And I partially ripped the shirt and my mom was upset because obviously she wanted to keep it as a keepsake. And the other day I asked her, are you going to destroy the bandana? And she's like, no, it's a keepsake. And I'm like, but it's keepsake of somebody that's wrong. Now, I understand the attachment to it because it is our childhood. So it's hard watching people we grew up just passing away in general. But it's also because as an adult, though, I got to watch everything that's transpired in a way of understanding. As a kid, I didn't know what he was doing backstage. I didn't know him from nobody. He was a superhero to me. He was like a Green Lantern or something. Like, he wasn't a real person. Like, to me, he wasn't a real person. He was just Hulk Hogan. But I became an adult and I became quote unquote woke. You know, when you start realizing that shit isn't what you thought it was, is that I realized, oh, this person isn't not only who I thought he was, but he's like a dirty, dastardly person based on the things that he thinks. And that these things that he thinks can influence his position that he had while he was in the industry. That's the things that it made me realize, because I didn't think about those things as a kid. Because why would I? I'm just thinking everybody's there because they're talented and you putting people in the spots because they're the best. I'm not realizing there's backstage politics or that there's racial stuff, all that other stuff. But even going further than that, we already knew that as a person, he wasn't a great person. Like we knew that. But it was like, he's a wrestler, though. They're not supposed to be quote unquote great people. Everybody can't be a quote unquote John Cena, you know what I mean, or whatever, a great all-American, perfect, or a so quote unquote seen as perfect person. Plus, you know, we had the steroid scandal, we had all types of stuff to go on with Hogan, so we already knew that he was a dirty dude. It was just the fact of the whole inward thing, I think, hit me harder, not just as a black person, but just the fact of, you having conversations with your family telling them to stay away from us like we're a problem and you a problem. Like, you're disgusting. You're the person that's an issue. That's why it's like you sitting there talking trash and you're not even looking at you. So that's why you got booed the last time you were on TV, my guy. And even though a lot of people didn't agree with that, people like shout out.
Did we freeze again?
In celebrity culture can see the same things that I can see as a black.
She's freezing.
All right, so I'm gonna move forward then. Travis, Queen was giving awesome points too, so I was like, damn. But Travis, what is your overall, I guess, highs and lows of Hulk Hogan's career, and then also your overall opinion?
Okay.
Like, when you, the best part about speech, Dad. But yeah, I know the Wi-Fi is killing me right now.
I'll get back to you, Queen.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yep,
go ahead.
Say, though. I was going to say that I was born on the Mason-Dixon line. I know a lot about slavery. Harriet Tubman was born 70 minutes from my house. You can't tell me nothing from nothing. So what he said affects me because that word affects me because that word is a word that I've seen everywhere in history and school since I've been brought up. And maybe other people around the U.S. aren't raised the same way I was, but I was. So I know that what he said was wrong and that does change how I think about his legacy. That's the highs and the lows. There you go.
All right. Travis, what are your highs and lows of Hulk Hogan's, I guess, career? And then what's your overall opinion of his legacy?
Okay. Like, when I think of Hulk Hogan, like, for me as a kid, like, I always think about, saying, take your vitamins, saying your prayers, or even having a beat up old t-shirt and having a hole in it. You would stick your finger in the hole and kind of, rip your t-shirt and all that stuff. Like, you think about them times that he was the tag team champion with Edge. You think about when him, slamming Andre the Giant. You think about, that WrestleMania with him and The Rock. You thinking about WCW when he came as the quote unquote the third guy in the NWO. Like, you think about those times like that. Like, you think Hulk Hogan in '80s is like, it goes hand in hand together. It's all of that. But like now, like, I wish that he hadn't said that stuff. Like, to me, like, Terry is basically an a-hole, but it's not that much that I can say anything positive about quote unquote Terry, because it's just a sucky human being, I guess, if you want to put it that way.
How was his legacy overall, in your opinion? What will his legacy be?
I mean,
how will you remember it?
Like, just, the stuff he did in the ring. Like, that's it. Like, I wouldn't care about the stuff outside the ring, like the bad stuff, but like all the matches and all that stuff, that's a quote unquote a good thing. Like, he will probably be remembered for that stuff, but outside the ring, you're just an overall terrible person.
All right. BA, what are your highs and lows of Hulk Hogan's career, and how will you remember his legacy?
So this is one of the things where I'm glad I didn't have an older brother or something like that around the house. So I say that because when I started watching wrestling, it was like early 90s. So, Bret Hart was on his incline. So you can see the company starting to put their resources behind him, boss. So I didn't catch that initial Hulk Hogan wave. I wasn't a Hulk maniac as a kid and things like that. And hopefully Bret doesn't have any history like this. I didn't see anything yet. So my childhood is still good. Y'all's aren't. So the issue is, but I did, like I said, I knew who he was. I understood that he took wrestling to a different platform that has never been at that point at new highs. So he definitely, like I said, we're going to get into it later, but he is a Mount Rushmore kind of a guy. He did put the WWF at that time on his back. The problem is, I guess it's the lows, is the fact that what did he do to others to get that type of respect, to get that notion of being that guy? You already know, and once you get older and understand Hulk Hogan and Terry at the same time, he wasn't playing the character. He was who he was. I think he was who he was at all times. He stole from jump. Hulk Hogan is just basically, we all know, superstar Billy Graham. He took his whole gimmick, basically, took his look, took everything, and did what he did afterwards. When you hear stories from Iron Sheik, when you hear stories of Macho Man, like they weren't lying, like they weren't making this stuff up. Was a little bit of embellished, probably, but there's fact, if there's smoke, there's fire. So we know something was there. Um, so when he came out, and stuff, of course, I don't want to exhaust this point. Yes, he had the 2015 thing. The 2015 thing isn't just a bubble. I hate when people put that in a bubble. Oh, it's just a one-off thing. No, this man was 61 years old when this happened. So he had 40 plus years of understanding what that was. So when he got caught back and then he tried to say, well, growing up, this is just what it was. No, when you interview the people of Port Florida, where he's from, they disown him. They don't rock with him. They said, don't put that on us. You learned that yourself. Don't put that on us. So now you have to understand what's going on. So as he's grinding up to the top, and like I said, the reason why 2015 isn't a bubble, because when you hear stories from other people, you got to think, well, what did he do to those people, right? I'm going to throw some names out there. Tony Atlas, Rocky Johnson, Bad News Brown, Junkyard Dog. Coco Beware. Like, when you say, oh, he didn't necessarily do anything wrong, he didn't kill nobody or nothing like that. Okay, cool. I get that. He did not shoot anybody or nothing like that. But and I think I said 2015 was the verification for me. When you stunt people's careers, you stunt their livelihoods, you stunt what they can be. So if you stunt their livelihoods, you stunt their careers, you're stunting their household, their families. So they could they get a boost here? Could they get a boost there? No, that's not gonna work for me, brother. That's what he was doing. So I'm that when you hear that, and that's starting to be in your psyche at all times, like, yo, we could have had our own people. We could have had our own people to fully back, but we couldn't because someone wanted all the spotlight, and that was him, right? So these are some of the issues that I have. But at the end of the day, this individual galvanized the nation. He was charismatic. He displayed courage, took self-confidence, passionate. He's the inspiration to millions. If I leave it alone at that, I just described you a short mustache guy out of Germany. Yeah. So it doesn't matter the positives of a person. It depends on who they are as an individual. And it rolled over to his professional work of life. So at the end of the day, I guess I can say he stole somebody's stuff when he came up. Pretty much shitted on us as a people, as a culture. Yeah. And they pretty much named everything after him. I guess he is a real American. I'm done.
That's all I'm
Well said. That's my Gemini.
Let me all right, I don't want to really echo a bunch of stuff y'all said, so I'll give a couple quick points. Hulk Hogan is the reason why wrestling is wrestling. He's one of the reasons I watch wrestling as well, not because of him, but just because of his aura. Like BA said, when I was a kid, I was never really a Hulk Hogan fan. Even though I did watch some of the 80s, I watched it as basically a kid. I can always remember Hulk Hogan and what's his name, Ultimate Warrior and all that, Sergeant Slaughter. I was more of a Randy Savage guy, more of an Ultimate Warrior guy. I like the underdog story. Like, that was me, that guy. Hulk Hogan was always the face, the super Hogan or Super Cena and all that. I never was really that type of like a fan. I don't like that. But not saying it's not cool. Other people can have that, but that's just not me. And with that being said, I never really had that major attachment to Hulk Hogan. Like, I never bought any Hulk Hogan apparel at all. Like, I've never bought a yellow and red like Hulkamania thing or anything like that, because I never was. I do think he is arguably the greatest face of all time and the greatest heel of all time. I do put that, like, that is probably without a question. With the Hollywood gimmick, the Hollywood heel turn, that is ridiculous what he did as far as that. But like, also what BA was saying, you also got to recognize that he also was holding people back as well. And it seems like him getting caught in 2015 was just him getting caught. Like, it was who he was. I want to throw another name in what BA said. Booker T. Booker T was not going to get a championship shot or championship reign at all if it was for Hulk Hogan. And luckily Vince Russo and Jeff Jarrett and them told him no. And that's when that whole stuff went down with him and all in WCW where he ended up walking out when he beat Jeff Jarrett or whatever. But it's always been some stuff with Hulk Hogan. It's stories about him, like you said, of old stuff that and where it came out. And I wanted to throw another thing out. Just I'll let you get a rebuttal as well, Bobby. But I know you said he went and found God and all afterwards after that thing happened. Just recently with the American Beer or whatever, it was a black lady that was hired by his team, and he met her and all and fired her because she didn't meet the image that he wanted for his American Beer to be the ladies to go and market the beer and all that. So he wanted a white lady, basically, probably with blonde hair and blue eyes. But yeah, so I can separate myself, the legacy, I guess, from or what they done for as far as the art. Like, this is an art. This is a character built by Vince McMahon and all that. To me, personally, like, it's like Kevin Spacey. I won't cry if Kevin Spacey, something happens to him. It is what it is. People die every day. As far as that, I'm sorry. I'm not happy that he passed. I'm not unhappy that he passed. It just is another guy. I recognize what he did for wrestling. I also watched that they did a salute and all, and I understand they were going to do a salute and a whole tribute to Hulk Hogan. But at the same time, Hulk Hogan was involved in a sex tape as well. That started a lot of things, and they used that as the number one ammo to go against China. So it's just funny to see how they switch things up, and that's a different conversation with WWE and Paul and all that type of stuff. And if people don't know, I actually left the WWE for like 6 years. I actually returned when Roman Reigns returned at SummerSlam. I left Bobby because of Vince McMahon and all. I couldn't take it. I got to a point growing up knowing that wrestling, you never get guys like me at the top and all, and knowing the politics, seeing Vince McMahon say nigga to John Cena and all, and Booker T have to say, you feel me? What'd he say? Tell me he didn't say that and all that stuff. It just, as a kid, that rubbed me the wrong way, and I knew something was wrong about it. And then growing up, it just made me feel some way. So I actually left the company for a while until Vince actually got fired or had to leave or whatever and sold it. But now it's still some of the same things, and now I cover it in a way. But yeah, that's why my whole thing. I can separate Terry. I understand people won't love Terry. I understand that some folks that grew up and that was their guy and all, but I can't separate it, I should say. Like, he is that character, and he didn't appreciate me, so I can't appreciate him. And that's just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, that definitely respect that.
Okay, but to say, anybody, you want to say anything else, Bobby? Anybody else before I move on to the next segment?
No, you can move on. But excellent take.
Everybody good? Okay. And
Yeah,
Travis,
Yeah, we good.
all right. Well, we can move on to some better things. Some more what is it? Upbeat things, topics. Travis, what was that segment brought to us by?
By the good people of Fanatics.
This I Was Told segment is brought to you by the folks over at Fanatics. Fanatics is the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love the most, including WWE. You can earn fan cash to redeem them in your orders, jersey protection for when your favorite player is traded or changes teams. They also have an unrivaled selection of authentic fan gear and Fanatics exclusives that are only available on the site. So if you need some merch and are interested in helping the channel, scan the QR code on the screen or follow the link, which is always in the description.
All right, Joe. Let me get Hulk Hogan off the screen. Let's get to the wrestling tea. Joe, this week for the wrestling tea, we're just going to really talk about the upcoming PLE we have next week. It seems like we have one every 2 weeks, SummerSlam. So I'm going to go over night one real quick with you guys and get you guys' overall, I guess, opinions of the show. We have, I don't know, the main event, is it going to be Roman Reigns? Has it been decided? Anybody know?
I'm not sure, but it
don't
seem
know.
like that's what they're pressing at based on that last promo.
Well, I'm just gonna name off matches. We have Gunther defending his world championship against CM Punk. We have Tiffany Stratton defending her women's championship against WWE championship against Jade Cargill, the Queen of the Ring. We have the women's tag team champions of Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez going against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. We have Roman Reigns teaming with his cousin Jey Uso to go against the Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. We have Randy Orton teaming with the Jelly Roll to go against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. And lastly, shout out to Karrion Kross getting, I guess, 2 PLEs back to back, right? Sami Zayn against Karrion Cross. So, guys, I guess we'll go around the room again. We'll start with you again, Bobby.
All
What
right.
is
This
your
this supposed to be night one, right?
yes
I
overall opinion of
mean,
night one, bro? What you think? I know you're not really high on the product. I try my
Ah,
hardest. We go in pause on like Paul as well here. We call him Paul. Try to
yeah.
respect your show because you go on them as Paul Levesque and all. So
Yeah, no, I
know
feel
what
you.
you think.
I mean, I'm looking at this night one, man. It's just see these are actually good matches. If you remember Evolution, I feel like the Evolution card I was mad because the buildup was so horrible. But it wound up being one of the better cards, if not the best card of the year, you know what I mean? As far as Evolution. This might be the same thing, but the buildup again is just horrible for me. Like CM Punk and Gunther. I don't even know why they even have beef. I'm still confused at that. You know, I watch the show every week. I'm confused. Tiffany and Jade. I hope they put Jade over, man. Like I know a lot of people be giving Jade flack. I just don't understand. I know
nah, I love Jade.
she's not Bianca Belair, but yeah, I agree, Queen. That she's been working consistently in the performance
She gets
center.
way too much hate. That's my girl.
And
Yeah,
then
she
people
works
just sit
consistently. Her mic skills are excellent. Like she's
gotten
the whole
better.
package. I don't
Everything
understand.
gotten better.
But then they
People
push
just
Rhea
shit on
though.
her.
Big
Yeah,
boot Rhea.
exactly. Exactly. Jade is incredible, man. Jade could fucking fart in the ring and they're gonna say she botched the whole match. Hopefully they let her go over Tiffany, but you never know with that one. Oh yes, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, like they want to be best friends forever. It's just hard to take some of these storylines seriously. I'm a storyline guy, you know what I mean? Everybody on this card is probably gonna turn out a okay match because a lot of the wrestlers now they're good workers in the ring. You know what I mean? You don't get too many people that's botching consistently, but the just storylines suck, man. Roman Reigns, I'm kind of sick about Roman Reigns. I like to see him at the top of the card all the time. You know that Jelly Roll. I'll be fucking with Jelly Roll on my page trolling, but I'm interested in seeing what work he doing because I was surprised if y'all seen SmackDown, he put on a nice promo against Logan Paul. You know, we all know Logan Paul pretty fire in the ring, so I'm interested in seeing what he'll doing, but it's just Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre should just have better stuff going on. And oh yeah, Karrion Cross and Sami Zayn. I ain't gonna lie, you can't complain. We complained about Karrion Cross being in the spotlight. He's finally there, so I'm interested in seeing what that would happen too. But like you said, it's a PLE every fucking week, so it's
Every
just
other week, bro.
it's just exhausting, especially if you're covering this shit to like keep up with some of this stuff.
Jesus, yeah, that evolution
Mhm,
weekend was rough,
exactly.
but we
Oh
got
my
through it
god,
though.
We like
This is
storylines, like you say. You can't build a storyline with a PLE every 2 weeks, bro. You just
you
throw
can't,
stuff together. That's why it never makes sense.
you
It's
just
just the same
can't.
stuff over and over again, or just random stuff. But Queen, what's your feelings on this night one card?
So, Bobby hit it well. What I hate Tiffany, like she's weird body built, weird face. I don't know
Yeah.
what's up with her. I don't like her. I love Jade, like she my girl. Like I don't. I'm so irritated because I feel like I don't understand this whole jelly roll thing with my boy Randy. Like I feel like they putting him out bad, and I don't feel like he got too many years left. I don't want. I don't care about jelly roll, and I really hate Logan Paul. Like so, I obviously want Randy Orton to win because I like Randy Orton, but I don't care for that whole setup over there. Street Profits, you know, I know that we got shoot,
That's
I said
night two.
Street Profits. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't see
it's
right
night
now.
Yeah.
two.
I'm like
I'm
trying to,
sorry. Hold up.
I'm trying, like,
Hold up.
I'm over here trying to look. Can you make it the whole screen? Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So Usos and Roman, like, obviously, I hope for that because I don't want the Bronze to win with Paul Heyman over there in the corner looking like a twin, like a fetal twin or something on the side.
Ah,
Karen Cross, I know they've been pushing him. I don't understand him. I don't like him. I know that he's like an internet push, you know, like they're underdog. So fine, whatever. It's anyone's match with that one, really. With all the ladies, like I'm really liking Raquel Rodriguez and or yeah, is that Raquel Rodriguez? Yes.
Yes.
Like, and I
yeah.
really hate
Yes.
Russian
Charlotte.
girls.
Like Charlotte, like my least favorite woman in wrestling right now, to be truthfully honest. But I do want to get to Gunther though, because Gunther ate my boy up in his promo this week. Like I don't know if you saw it, but like I had a
Yeah.
moment where I was like, oh, he was running the ring. Like he really was that boy for a second. Like he was like, yeah, I'm talking to you right now, CM. You Mr. Part Timer, and you the best in the world. He's like, bro, have you seen me lately? Have you been seeing me lately? Like even the crowd couldn't even get their what's right, and at a point they just stopped and just started booing him, and he was like, "Boo me, bitch! I don't care. I see what makes you cheer. Like I don't care." Like he was on definitely some third right, that type of activity, and I actually I usually am really against Gunther. Like so that was one of those ones where I said, "Oh, okay, so you learned a little bit out of the Roman Reigns playbook. I see. You learned how to talk, sucker."
Succotash. Travis, I think she froze again. How you feel about this card?
I think it's pretty decent.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just saying that's it. Pretty decent.
That's it. Decent. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean, mic drop.
It's nothing to really get excited. I mean, I'm just keep thinking about this Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Like, what's the purpose of Jelly Roll? But I think the second night will be the better night.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out the Jelly Roll shit too. I ain't gonna lie.
I have no clue, bro. But BA, he's taking Travis Scott's spot. BA, what's your overall opinion of this card?
Well, I'm gonna swing off of that pause. Like, there's always going to be room for an entertainer in wrestling. That's just what it is. Throughout, as soon as they started to do WrestleManias and everything else since then, they're going to have some type of entertainer, celebrity type of interaction. And it's just Jelly Roll's turn. He's not our type of a guy. And at the end of the day, we don't necessarily subscribe to him. I'm quite sure that none of y'all have any of his albums playing on the repeat.
Couldn't even tell you anything about him.
But it's somebody out there, you know what I'm saying, that rocks.
I know he's
Jelly
popular.
Roll.
I know he's popular.
So that's what it. I mean, he's hosting one of the night shows he just did. So that's not everybody gets to do that. So I think that's his way of doing it. I think they could have just left him and Logan Paul to fight one-on-one, and that could have been his own thing. Because Logan, once you get him to show up enough times, he can sell a card. He can sell a match as well. I didn't think that you needed Randy and Drew to tag along with this, but they're there just to kind of just stall them out until when they're needed again, unfortunately. But the rest of the card is, to me, it's interesting to say the least. Karrion Kross. It seemed like Karrion Kross, Naomi, it's a few others. I think they're finding the right way to keep yourself entertained throughout this short build that they have. So they'll take it to social media, and they're real heavy on social media, especially Naomi. I'm going to show some more love to Naomi for that one. She's constantly tweeting. She'll tag Jay, she'll tag Bianca, so on and so forth. She's selling herself, selling the matches outside of just the time that she gets in the ring. And I think that's the next level that you have to do, because you only got 2 weeks before the next PLE comes. So you either got to make yourself popular or happening or not. So Karrion Kross is definitely one of those guys that took the social media and built that following out of them. It was ridiculous. Similar to another guy that we talked about recently a lot too. Shout out to Ron Killings.
What's up?
What's up? So I'm interested in seeing Sammy take a change. I'm tired of the good Sammy. So if he does do this Karrion Kross thing and go dark Sami Zayn, I'm okay with that. That'd be something refreshing to see from Sammy. The Alexa Bliss Charlotte Flair match with Judgment Day. Shout out to Judgment Day, man. They are wrestling their asses off. I don't even think they get breaks. They on Raw, SmackDown, whatever kind of match they there. But this Alexa Bliss Charlotte Flair, you saw the tea crumbs, the breadcrumbs for a while now, and then now Charlotte Flair is dressed in all black now and everything. I was like, okay, bet they basically a tag team now. They are legitly a tag team. And like I said before, Charlotte, she's happy. If Charlotte's happy, then I'm not saying I'm happy, but she performs way better when she's actually interested in wrestling. When she was trying to do that heel figure and try to be that type of person, and then people booing her, you could tell it affected her product. She wasn't wrestling the same. She's not that type of person. So I find interest in that. Honestly, shout out to Roman and Jay. They should smash those dudes, Pauls. You got Roman and you got Jay. You got world champions, and you got freaking the mythological creature that is Roman Reigns coming back and wrestling, as I like to call him. So they should watch that. If anything else happens, it's got to be somebody else that comes out of nowhere. Shout out to Seth Rollins if you are quote unquote coming back for that match. And Seth and Gunther, I mean, CM Punk and Gunther, I'm not really. I don't care. I don't care. Shout out to Bobby and Queen and all that. Like, they didn't do enough to build this match. I don't have interest in this match. It is the championship match, and I'm interested in everything else but this particular match. And every time you have that, you have lost me as a fan for that particular segment. So I'm gonna watch it because I'm required to watch it from We Talk Combat. But I will not be happy to watch that particular match.
And real quick, Ron Killings, man. You brought up Ron, dog. Like, what they doing with Ron is just making me sick. Like, he just disappeared. Like, after coming back, that shit is wild.
They used him as a stepping stone for Aleister Black.
Yeah, and that's sick, dog. Oh man.
BA, that's it.
No, we just talked about that, and hopefully there's bigger plans because he's driving now, right?
Yeah,
he's driving now, as he says. So hopefully, it's bigger plans, and what better place to come out and show your plans than SummerSlam? So fingers crossed that picture that he had with Street Profits and Carmelo Hayes wasn't just, hey, I just happened to see y'all together. Let's take a picture real quick. Hopefully, it's more to that. And last but not least, Jade and Tiff, shout out to Jade, squasher, nothing else.
Yeah.
This is wild. I am not interested in any of these matches at all. I'm not interested in any of them. I'm interested in some of the outcomes though. So the Gunther and CM Punk, I'm interested in seeing if CM Punk actually finally gets the belt since he's returned. Like, I think this is the moment. Like, you got to get Punk the belt now, right? But then maybe they don't because Gunther just got it back, and you want to build him as Triple H's guy. So I want to see what Triple H does, what decision he makes. See, like Gunther having you tapped out and having to go against that over and over again. Like, does he want to build him, or does he want to like just go with CM Punk? Does CM Punk finally deserve a shot? Jade and what's her name, Tiffany. Like you said, Bobby, people go at Jade all the time. Jade has been getting better. She's way better than she was in AEW. I don't think she's the greatest. Like you say, she's not Bianca Belair at all. But like, she'll have one botch, and I see botches all the time in WWE. Like, not all the time, but like you'll have one in a match and all that stuff. Jade has one, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, her whole match was trash. She's the worst wrestler in the world," and all that. It's like, oh, what the hell?
They'll tear her ass up on everything, and it's like over the top too, especially because she's a black girl. So I know that's part of why they be going at her the way they do. And she's a lot more polished than a lot of the newer girls that I've been seeing coming in.
Tiffany Stratton has as many botches as Jade Cargill.
Yeah,
I'll put money on it. Yeah, her Rhea got more.
Tell me I'm lying. Come on, y'all. Tiffany Stratton has as many botches.
No, you ain't lying.
I'm interested in seeing if Paul is going to put the championship on Jade now that she's the queen of the ring. See if he gets it done. The Jelly Rolling Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. I'm not really interested in that match. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm guessing Drew and Logan go over this time because Randy went over Saturday Night Main Event, but then I guess because Jelly Roll gonna be here longer. I don't know. I don't even really care. Like BA says, it's a what is it, a celebrity or whatever that has to be included. That's what they do. They're making SummerSlam basically a WrestleMania Junior. So I understand, but I wish there wouldn't have been Randy Orton included. There's no need for Randy or Drew. They could be doing bigger things. But the women, I like the way they're going with Raquel Rodriguez right now. I think eventually she might actually be able to be a champion. If they keep building her right, and maybe she don't take the L, but I'm afraid Paul probably will have to take her out when this happens. But I think Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, like you said, they're building her. They have something right there. They're both cheered by the fans, so I think they're going to win it. Randy Orton and Jey Uso. I mean, when are we going to get, like you said, Bobby, Roman Reigns back on the top of the food chain? I don't know. And I really don't think if they win this match, this is horrible. Like if Roman and Jay wins this, you've crushed. Like, this group doesn't even have a name yet. You've crushed them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's done. So don't they have to lose and Jay has to take the L? But then Jay was just your world champion. But I don't. This is just horrible. Like, this is not good. Like, somebody has to interfere. Maybe we get a Brock Lesnar. Maybe it's a secret. Maybe them little breadcrumbs that Paul Heyman been talking about. Maybe something for us is going to happen. Triple H is going to do it, and they're going to pull the trigger. But
that'd be
I'm not
crazy.
that one. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what they're going to do. You're going to get your pop for interest and all that, and Jay's interest in him. He's going to be yeeting. I know you hate that, Bobby, but we're going to get that, and then whatever happens, happens. Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. I'm not a Sami Zayn guy at all. I think Sami Zayn is the ultimate jobber just for the main event. He's just the ultimate worker for the main event, but this dude just loses. So Karrion Kross is doing his thing now. He's maybe gonna get the ultimate win this time, and maybe elevate his character using Sammy again. You need those guys in wrestling. So yeah, that's basically it. I don't really have much to say about this card. I'm interested in seeing the results, but it is what it is. It was a 2-week buildup. All right, let's get the night 2, y'all. We'll go around the room again. Put it in the people's face. We have John Cena defending his undisputed championship against Cody Rhodes. We have what is this? Solo Sikoa, I'm sorry, defending his United States Championship against Jacob Fatu. And what is that? What type of match is that? It's a cage match, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
In the cage.
You have Dominic Mysterio defending his Intercontinental Championship against AJ Styles. You have Naomi defending her Women's World Championship in a triple threat match against Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. You have, Becky Lynch defending her Intercontinental Championship against Lyra Valkyria. And lastly, you have the Wyatt Six defending their Tag Team Championship against the Motor City Machine Gun Kellys, DIY, Andrade, and Ray Phoenix, Fraxium, and the Street Profits. So I'll start with you.
Just a lot of that.
Bobby, what is your overall opinion of night 2, bro, of this card?
I ain't gonna lie. To start off night 2, I gotta be real, bro. Male or female, there is not a superstar that has been doing better than Naomi. It's not even close to me, bro. When we talking about a heel turn, not like Becky Lynch, she does a heel turn, like I always say. She kept the same music, the same damn near gimmick. John Cena shit was even worse. Naomi, we talking about a woman who completely changed her song. Like the song her intro song is fire, completely she's on a big stage with Jade, you know what I mean? And she's carrying, like, we all know Jade needs improvements, but a lot of people don't understand how Naomi is carrying these people through these matches. And man, the whole caution gimmick, trolling online, in other people's comments, she worked tirelessly day in, day out to actually have us think of Naomi as the glow. And remember, she left and with the TNA, killed it in TNA, came back, got fucking booked, jobbed. Paul Levesque did all that nut shit, had her lose the Rumble, all these losing ass situations. Then she has the perfect opportunity to turn heel and make the best of it. And you know, with professional wrestling, a lot of it is just about timing. It's about the timing of when you get that opportunity to go, what are you going to do with it? And I haven't seen anybody on this card is nowhere near close to Naomi. So the only thing I care about night 2 is Naomi retaining. I'm not even going to lie. If Naomi loses, I'm snapping. Because I'm looking at this card now. My favorite tag team, the Street Profits.
We're gonna get that.
The Street Profits haven't defended not one
Street
time.
Profits fan club here.
Yeah, these dudes are obviously by far just charisma, everything. If they was booked right, we might be looking at people might talk shit or whatever. We might be taking like 2 Dwayne Johnsons if they're booked right. They're just a tag team. That's how much faith I got in the Street Profits. But it's just hard when you don't have them on the PLEs. They're losing the Wire Six. We don't even know what the Wire Six is. They're a tag team.
I don't even know who's all in the Wire Six. And 5 people. I don't understand. I don't even follow the lore.
Is that It's just like, it's sad, man. But that's a ladder match, so that's obviously going to be exciting. Becky and Lyra, y'all know what that is. You go to the bathroom break, hit the concession shit. You know what I mean? Go take a smoke break outside. We all know what that is. Solo and Jacob. I mean, I wish this was booked better, but I don't even like. So Jacob is a monster, dog. He needs to be. I don't know. I'm so confused about this because I had so many hopes for Solo and Jacob to be good, but It's just not. I'm just really disappointed. And you know, Dominic and AJ, that's another bathroom break. They should have put. They have 2 bathroom breaks on night 2, so it's just like I'm not sure, man. But what y'all think? Oh yeah, I almost forgot Cena and Cody, because I try to forget about them ever fighting after watching WrestleMania 41. You know what I mean? So it's a street fight though. So like you said, what if Brock Lesnar come out, man? What if? Who knows what's gonna go? Hold on, man. What if Hulk Hogan comes? It's like, no.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Psych,
no. That wasn't us this time, yeah. That was Bobby.
Psych, no. But yo, nah, this I just don't know what to expect. It's a street fight, so maybe I really don't care, to be honest. I really don't care. I do want to see if Cody gonna go heel or not, but you know, man, who knows, bro? What do y'all think, though?
Queen, what's your overall opinion of this card? Oh, did she freeze again? Every time I go to Travis, I'll go to you first. What's your overall opinion of night 2?
For night 2, I'm actually interested in like 3 matches, really. Cody and John, the triple threat women's match, and the TLC match. Now,
it's TLC.
I hope Naomi
just ladders.
It's a TLC. It's tables, ladders, and chairs.
Okay.
So, like I said, I hope Naomi wins. Like, actually holds the belt for a while. Now, remember when the glow gimmick, and she had the lights around the title and everything? Now, imagine that same concept with that same title, right? But that strap would change, and they had caution tape around it.
Fire.
I think that would look tough.
Yeah, that should be fire. I want one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Now
that'll sell too.
Yeah, that will sell, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I've been saying this before. I know it's gonna be a Rock sighting in this SummerSlam. Like I said it to my brother. You know, I said it yesterday to my brother. Now, remember when The Rock came back, like it's like a while ago, and he had them little patches and all on his shirt, them little captain patches.
Yeah.
I say when Cody had that jacket on SmackDown, and he had that same similar looking patch on his jacket.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that's when The Rock gonna show up and officially get his turn on. Well, pause. But now TLC match. Now I said this for a while, like they've been doing the Profits dirty as far as like defending their championships on the PLE. I just couldn't have happened when the Profits had the championships. This could have been perfect for Night of Champions at least. Yeah. Something like that. But yeah, that's all I feel about the card. There's going to be a Rock sighting. The Profits need to win at least Andrade and Ray Felix. But
yeah, I fuck with Andrade and Ray Phoenix, bro. They definitely underrated.
Yeah, they like the second team right now.
Yeah. They hot, but I hate that it came at the expense of the Street Profits. Yeah. What's your overall opinion of night 2's card?
Yeah, this is probably gonna be the better card out the 2. It's weird. Both championship fights I could care less about. That says a lot about your company, I guess, at this point. I think some of these matches, of course, the triple threat match, I think that's going to be amazing. Hopefully, Naomi, she's going to win. She's going to win. Now, Naomi versus Stephanie, that's a different situation. I don't know about Paris, but she's going to have her crowning moment at least for tonight, for SummerSlam. Becky and Lyra, y'all say bathroom break. Man, Becky been holding that women's division now for a little bit now. She's been holding that joint down. Now that they brought in another heel on Raw per se, so now it's her and Naomi trying to just bring that heat together in a sense. So I just wish they was add more to that Intercontinental division. Like I'm just tired of Bayley, just these 3 individuals. By now it should be another one, somebody else, Lord. But it is what it is for that night. Lyra should win, and let's hope that she does. But Bayley might come out and mess something up, and Becky might hold on to a title. The triple, I mean the six tag. Street Profits gonna win that, man. I got full confidence in them. This is that moment, man, and they gonna take full advantage of it. Okay, don't shake it. You have faith, brother. You go to have
do,
faith,
man.
man.
Okay,
You go to
I have faith, man. I got faith, man. I don't have faith in Paul, man.
I think
it might be wide
to the cage match. Jacob's going. I don't care about the outcome per se, but I think Jacob's going to have some type of Herculean effort in doing something. He might break down the side of the cage. They might bring some handcuffs out and try to do that, and he'll just like murk out and stuff. It's been a while since we had a spot like that, so I think he'll have one of those type of moments where he's just like, oh my god, nothing can stop him, that kind of a thing. So shout out to Jacob for that. I left this for last for purposely. These guys been off about a good month. They haven't wrestled at all, and they've been having entertaining moments in the background. Dom, if you don't know, Dom he's extremely over. He's gonna be on that AAA card and all that stuff. Like Dom has a huge following, pause, and AJ's well rested, my guy. Let's go, man. I need y'all to have one of those matches that we look back and say,
steal the show.
Crazy match. They should. I think they're going to steal the show when it comes to just them having put on a wrestling match. Judgment Day is going to come out and do something. I don't need them to. Let Dom have his moment, man, of actually being a great champion. Like at least one moment before something else happens. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hopefully they perform that way. And like I said, Cody, Cena, all right, I don't care. Cena wins, maybe. Who cares?
He said wins maybe. Queen, are you back, babe? What's your overall opinion?
I think I'm back. I don't be knowing what I'm here or not. Can you make it bigger, please?
Yes. I'm sorry. Pause. Well, I don't have to pause, actually.
So I'm gonna get this real quick. I don't care about the Cody, Raheem Rhodes, and all that bullshit y'all be trying to push with that. That's a whole conversation for another day. So I just want Cena to beat him because I don't like Cody. Now I want Solo to win because Solo been killing on the mic. His last few promos have been excellent, and Jacob, well, he made a whole song with the N-word, so he's still not on like my list. So he can go eat a dick backwards. Next group we got Dominic and AJ. AJ old. I don't want to see him. He boring. Put over Dominic. Next group, I want Naomi. I don't even pay attention to them other ones. The other one can't talk, and that other one can't talk. Anyways, next group, we got the other one that I hate her voice so much. Becky Lynch, I hate her voice. Like, I know I got a deep voice, but she got a deeper voice. I'm tired of her. She sounds like she's at, what was it? Braveheart. Like, I'd be tired of her and Lyra. So I don't really care about either of them, but I'm going to say Lyra wins on that one. And last one, obviously I want the Street Profits to win. I don't care about anybody else going on and over here. Like, I want them to win. Like, I don't like any of those other people. Like, those other people can go disappear. And that is my take.
Okay, straight to the point. Well, let me get to, I guess, my opinion then. Street Profits should have had a match already in the PLE. I do not think Paul is going to let them have a moment, BA. I think either one or two teams are going to win. The Wyatt Six is going to have the championship and retain, or Andrade and Rey Fenix has their moment because they have so much heat behind them right now. AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio. I hope Dom goes over. I hope. But I could see AJ going over now because Dom hasn't really defended his championship. Like, these championships have no prestige. Shout out to C-Jax talking about that as well. But they have no prestige. So it's like you make the championship reigns horrible. Paul Levesque does that himself. So it's like Dominic Mysterio, people getting tired of his reign because he hasn't done anything with it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that match. I hope they have a banger, like you said, BA, and maybe have a surprise of the night, but we'll see. Lavra and Becky. Lavra has to destroy Becky. It's like what is it? Is it a no holds barred match or something like that? Do they make that match?
Disqualifications and all that. Yeah. And Lyra has to never try and go for the title again.
For the title again. Yeah. So Lyra, with all this being said, Lyra has to destroy her. This has to be the moment. They've been trying to use all of this to push Lyra, I guess. So give her a moment of beating Becky Lynch where she's actually on the same level as Becky and Bayley officially. That's what they're trying to make it. I'm not really a big fan of either one of them. I know everybody. I missed the whole man craze. I wasn't watching wrestling when that happened. So I ask BA all the time what happened. So I don't know that whole Becky Lynch thing, but it is what it is. It's kind of my bad from break. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm tired of seeing the same three women. I'm not.
Oh my
I'm like,
god.
it's reminding me of
And their
Liv and
charisma
Rhea.
hasn't gotten any better. So
Yeah,
my
it's
issue
like
is that I wouldn't mind them doing all these little storylines with all these little groups of women. Like that'd be fine, but the mic skills don't deliver. That's why the Naomi angle is killing so good because she's be
Yeah.
able to do it with everybody. She a monster right
it's
now
like
because she could pop up in anybody's shit and do a promo with them, and they don't even know it's a promo right now, and then go bop
She's
off.
shedding real tears,
yeah,
real
yep.
emotion. Naomi different.
Yeah.
This
She's really like
Becky,
trying to get an Emmy right now. If there's an
this
Emmy for
Becky
Exactly.
and
acting on
Lyra.
wrestling, then they would put her up for an Emmy.
Yes, this Becky and Lyra thing does remind me of like Liv and Rhea. It's going on too long. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Oh my god.
Like
Yeah.
when they kept having their story continue to go on, it's like, well, finish the story and let's move on. What's the outcome in the one? Naomi, because we already had Rhea and Io, it's no reason for either one of them to win again. Naomi should get a moment where she actually is officially that lady or whatever by beating them two and saying that she's her. But like you said, BA, who knows what happens? They're going to probably feed her to Stephanie. Seems like that's the next outcome. And for the heavyweight championship match, like I say, John Cena is cool with me. I know his whole gimmick is the heel thing and to be ruining wrestling. So I know you're not supposed to really
We
like
don't
it
even
like that.
believe
I
it, though.
understand.
Like we don't even
It
believe
is
that.
like that, but
Inside, you
my
just
thing
wanna,
is,
you love us.
my thing is just Cody Rhodes, though, man. I'm not Bobby. I'm not a big fan of Cody Rhodes.
No, I feel you.
I remember
he-
Stardust and Undashing. Like I was
And all
Cody Rhodes and all, so I
He was a
remember
fun
him doing all that.
big guy.
Yeah, and he like I remember him. I would love Cody with the IC belt, the US belt. I think the US would look amazing around Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes waist. But now seeing a Cody Rhodes, I can't. I'm used to, and this is the get off my lawn moment when they say that type of stuff. My heavyweight champions that are like unbelievable to be like Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a champion that's gonna have
Yeah.
a year long and can't be beat, look like Cena,
Yeah.
look like
Yeah.
Batista, look like
Roman.
Roman
Like Roman.
Reigns. You feel me? Yeah,
Yeah.
like that's not Cody Rhodes. I see a politician. That's why I'm like, this all looks fake to me. He's the face that's wearing the suit all the time. That's not
Yeah.
usually how you do. That's usually Triple H, Randy Orton, the heel and all. So I'm like, just go ahead and switch and be this guy. I know they want him to be their guy, and he sold so much in the indies and all that. I just don't see him on the same level as a Roman and all. And I think they kind of backed themselves in the corner. That's a whole different conversation. The Rock wanted to do something else, and people were mad at him. And I really think they should have took The Rock's opinion because The Rock was the reason that wrestling was booming when he was around and all with the whole bloodline story. But everybody wanted the story to end, and I know they loved it when it was happening. But now we looking retrospect and like, oh man, we probably shouldn't have done it that way. But it is what it is. And yeah, that's basically my overall opinion. Like SummerSlam, it may be I think it's probably going to be a good in-ring work as far as the matches. I think a lot of them, you're going to get a bunch of 7s and 8s in these match cards as far as the ratings. But as far as the storytelling and if you have to watch this event, will it make a difference? Probably not. So that's my overall opinion. Yeah. So anybody else got anything else they want to say about it before we move on?
As I said, this is a pretty weak, but I appreciate the Naomi matches and the Jade matches. Basically, those are the only things I really like. Really be for. Like at the end of the day.
Oh, I don't think I said I want Solo to win. I feel like Jacob Fatu should have never started talking. I feel like him talking more with the face turn is kind of like diminishing his character, and he's looking weaker. Like the Miz slapped the hell out of him. I know he beat the Miz, but like he slapped the hell out of him. He's looking at him in his face and all that.
He
stuff,
literally slapped the shit out of him, and it's
like, and just looked at him and talked. And I was like, bro, he just slapped the hell out of you. Like, whoa,
you got something to say back to him, bro?
It's like I'll see you in the ring and all that stuff. I'm like, what? But that's so that whole Jacob Fatu monster gimmick. I think to build up MFTs, which got their names before Solo, Bronson, the Braun brothers and all that. They don't even have a name, but MFTs did. I don't like that name and all that. And like you say all the time, their bloodline, or what do you call them?
Oh, the bum line,
the bum line, and all that. Like, so as far as I know, they're all that and all, but I think to build Solo, like Solo has character. Solo is one of the best workers on the mic right now, as far as in the company. I think he has that little comedian.
I've loved his.
That Godfather type
favorite.
feel right now. You could go with him and make him a major heel with people. You could, but I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do because you should have been. I thought they should have gave the U.S. title to Solo before they gave it to Jacob. Jacob should have won it from Solo.
Yeah, I feel like
that
they did put on him too early. And once he did that video, the song, it didn't help the timing of it. It just kind of really drew more attention to it.
Let me know if y'all agree with this. Do y'all think Solo looks stronger if he just had Jacob with him rather than the other, they
Yes.
got Jeff
Yes.
Cobb and
Yeah, I do. I feel
Yes.
like they diminished the look. I
Jeff
think a little
Cobb,
bit.
JC Mateo or Jeff Cobb or whatever, bro, that's been embarrassing since he returned. You feel me? Like it's been a straight embarrassment. That dude, Hikaleo or whatever he would like.
he could lie.
Even know his
Nobody
name, I'm
worried
sorry,
about
not trying to be
him.
disrespectful.
Tonga Loa, we
Tonga.
already know what he does.
Yeah.
Tonga not even there right now to
Yeah,
help
he
him
out
out.
injury.
So this is just, I don't know, bro. It's just family putting over family, I guess.
I'm about to say, I think one of the major issues is the fact that they're using these guys as stepping stones for Jacob, but we don't even know how strong those guys are. Like,
yeah,
Not
facts.
at all.
Shout out to the jobbers that carried wrestling for the last 30 to 40 years.
Brooklyn Brawler.
They'll bring in somebody, yeah, and then you put JC Mateo against these dudes, like, yo, this dude, you saw how he just slammed him or whatever. Then it builds some aura. These guys have no aura. They're just there. So yes, you're right. If it was just him and Jacob, it would have been, he'd been way more formidable. But we don't know these dudes unless you really look into their career.
Jacob should have stayed. Jacob should have stayed the enforcer, Bobby, like you were saying, and help get to, and then you do the. And that's been helping him win the championship and keep the championship, and then he eventually turns on him, and it makes Jacob look stronger. And you already had Solo being a champion, where he can go back to that level as well. But they messed Paul up. Your boy Paul, man. It seems so simple. When it seems so simple, he goes the opposite way, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's get to this last, I guess, photo or a conversation I wanted to have real quick, y'all. Which before we get to a few questions and comments, if we can, before we end the show. And this is the Mount Rushmore. So somebody put this together. I shared it on our Instagram page, but they said this is the Mount Rushmore of wrestling. The faces, meaning that they feel these are the 4 top guys in wrestling history, the 4 number ones, I should say. And I want to go around and basically get you guys a quick opinion on how do you feel about that? Do you feel they're the 4? Do you feel like somebody's missing? Who would you replace? Or what you really got to say?
Y'all want me to start or somebody else?
Go ahead, Bob. Yes.
Go ahead.
Now I know the opinion about Hogan, but y'all know Hogan gotta be on the Mount Rushmore, you know what I mean? From what he did, from how he carried it to like he damn near birthed sports entertainment, you know what I mean? Austin, that's when I was probably like 10, 12 when Austin had his run. So Austin was my man, even though, like you said, Bret Hart my favorite too. And to let y'all, Bret Hart wife is black, so hopefully we never have nothing about Bret, because that will hurt me to the core. You think Hogan hurt me, bro?
Yeah. Bret would hurt me. You're right, man.
On a different level now.
You will see
can't do that. I hope Bret watching this. I hope his wife's watching this too.
You'll see like, real tears down my face, man.
Cody wife.
Be like that little kid in the hallway.
Exactly. But Austin, man. You got to put, even though me personally is Bret, but if I'm thinking like without my personal opinion, I got to put Austin right there, just because the paradigm shift, the Monday Night Wars, him being the catalyst. If you was there, you know what I mean? Like kind of like Hogan at the time, Austin was bigger than life in like 98 to 99, 2000. And he only had a short run. He only had a few years, you know what I mean? He didn't even have a dominant run. Now, Roman, I would love to put Roman there because I feel like he saved it in the 2020s. I know, King, you said you started watching wrestling back when Vince McMahon left. Roman came in, and I felt like a lot of people.
Yeah, that's pretty much who he gravitated towards.
Yeah, real rap. And Roman, he's big for. Without Roman, man, who knows? Saudis probably would have bought WWE instead of TKO. Who knows where WWE would even been? But he's a big catalyst. I can't put him over Dwayne, though. I can't put him over The Rock. The Rock, just from what he did since he came in, Nation of Domination. Then you got the corporate Rock. Then you got the Rock that everyone loved. He leave, he do movies, become the biggest star, come back. You know what I mean? The matches with Cena. Now the final boss. It's like, oh my God, bro. The Rock is just, it's hard to leave him out. And the 4th one, I gotta give it to Cena, man. The workhorse, man. Cena, he had the PG era. And I hate that era so much. You know what I mean? Cena last year, I'm heartbroken because I hate this whole heel turn run. But when I'm looking back, when I'm zooming out, man, Cena has like a career that's probably never going to be duplicated. Just that I'm looking at the work ethic, the consistency, the high rate. He didn't have no bullshit like the Hogan shit. He had a, you know what I mean, damn near a squeaky clean run so far. You know? So I take all of them things into consideration, and it's like, man, Cena, I gotta throw Cena in there too. So I agree with this, except for Roman Reigns. But I love Roman. Maybe he could be a face somewhere on the top or something like that. Maybe one of the clouds go form a Roman Reigns face, him looking down.
Queen, what's your opinion? Is this your Mount
So I'm
Rushmore?
about to flip it. I'm about to flip it up upside down, like a lot of people leaving this shit right here. So first off, Hogan gotta leave it, but I'm actually gonna put the Undertaker there because the Undertaker
Ooh.
visually for me has always been aesthetically pleasing. His whole entire run, him being undefeated for so long until he went against Brock Lesnar, like his whole legacy, his legacy, unfortunately afterwards has been a little diminished. But again, he can get on.
Oh, we lost her again. Jeez.
Mm.
Travis, right when she always gets to the interesting
Okay.
points.
No,
Travis, what are your
But-
I'll get back to it. What are your 4? Is it how would you feel about this Mount Rushmore? Would you keep it the same or would you change it anymore?
I'm not mad at it. Like I get it. Now I know if he was to change it, or someone was to change it, I would probably change Roman and Stone Cold. This is probably just asking the average wrestling fan. Now I would. Now you could say you could put a Undertaker on there or Bret Hart, or even my case. I love Owen. I would put Owen on there. This my my personal reference. But yeah, they pretty much got it right.
Okay. Queen, I'm gonna get back to you.
Yeah, no
DA,
problem. Keep going.
how do you feel about this Mount Rushmore or what would you change?
Sometimes, and listening to Cap and Crown the other night, sometimes you gotta go out with the old and in with the new. So Bruno Sammartino, he gets some love and he should be on here when you think of people that put wrestling on the mat.
Let's go
Yeah,
WWE
but I'm gonna go
forward.
bet.
Let's go
Okay,
F-
bet. So
Not
either way,
WWW.
he wasn't gonna be on it. I was just gonna show him his own honorable mention.
Dang. Sorry.
So let's start with the 80s on out, and that's when wrestling started to be wrestling, right? So yeah, this is 100% correct. This is 100% correct. And I got love for Brett, and I can see I can see ways for all those guys. But Austin was over the Rock, and no one was over Austin. That's just what it is. So he gets his spot, and Hogan gets his spot. Cena clearly 20 years. When I grew out of wrestling and I had to come back to wrestling because I got tired of Cena winning everything. I came back, he was still winning. Like, God damn. So it's Cena, and Roman gets called the mythological creature. He's Santa Claus. He's the Easter Bunny. He's all these things in one because he can leave and come back, and it's like it's nothing changed. Not a damn
Time
thing
lost.
changed. He just showed up talking to Paul Heyman, and they did not let Paul Heyman talk because they was giving different cheers for Roman. OTC, Roman Reigns. I was like, yo, he doesn't even have to talk. Like, that's crazy. The aura around Roman is crazy, and I love the COVID era of Roman. The fact that he turned into not necessarily Roman Reigns, but he was Joe for an extended period of time. Just these people, they come here to see me. These announcers, they here to talk about my match. This cameraman is here to watch the film with me. That guy is etched in stone in the Mount Rushmore. So this is to me 100% correct.
All right, Queen. You ready to take
So yeah, so Taker, but as I said, I'll actually keep Stone Cold there because of again his run was so short, but it was so iconic that people still wear Austin 316 like shirts to this day. Like it's the fact is that he is that iconic. Like you can't deny that. And he also had some amazing matches. Roman, I'll keep him there as well because he did save the pandemic. Like that is when we started rewatching wrestling, and I did get to see how he was before and how rough his mic skills were. And during the pandemic, he really took that time and he really grinded. Like just like how the NBA bubble was, he used that bubble to be his own grind bubble and learn how to be better against himself. Because at the end of the day, his promos were messed up because of him, not because of who he's talking against. So now he could talk against anybody and then go do a move now. So definitely keep him there. Now, John Cena is the one where I fluctuate if I want to keep him there because I really want to say The Rock. Because The Rock, again, great run. He could still come back and kill it. His presence, his popularity, his influence on pop culture, alone, let alone some of the wonderful matches that he's been in, would put him up there for me. So as I said, it would be Taker, Stone Cold, Roman, and it would be The Rock.
Awesome. All right, let me real quickly. I would agree with this. Like I said, I reposted the picture, and I know I dislike Hogan, as Bobby said, but I can't. I know who Hogan is. Hogan and Steve Austin were, to me, the two biggest entities in wrestling history. Like those two, you can go back and forth on who's the most popular. Really, technically, they say it's Steve Austin. But also, I think Roman is there, and I think Cena is there. And I realize Roman. I do tiers. I always talk to BA about tiers and who's on your wrestling tier. And I had like you said, Steve Austin was always that top tier guy, but The Rock was that next guy, was always the number two. Now he was a stronger number two than like a Seth Rollins or like maybe a Randy Orton. You feel me? But he still was that number two, I feel like, to Steve Austin. And Ric Flair, Macho Man, and them guys were, even Warrior to a bit to Hogan. So I have those guys up there. Roman Reigns, though, he saved this. Like the whole boom is because of Roman Reigns. He changed the whole thing. Like I truthfully think this is the order. Like I think Roman Reigns might be bigger than Cena now. I think Cena is the martyr of having to be during the PG era. So it's kind of like when wrestling was kind of trash. Like, yeah, he was the face and he had to go through that, but he had to go through that for Roman Reigns.
It was a struggle.
I think the only person right now that could get a cheer against Cena right now is Roman Reigns. Like CM Punk will get a 50-50 and all that. Everybody, I think the only guy that will get a cheer against Cena is Roman Reigns right now in wrestling as far as the OTC. And that's just, like I say, my personal opinion from seeing him. Like the movement, the numbers that he pulls as far as when he returns, it pulls more than what Cena does when Cena's there on the show as far as his viewership. Like Roman just runs things right now. So I do think like he's wrestling. That's the issue with him being a part-timer, why wrestling is kind of struggling right now. They wish he was a full-time guy so he could always like run the crowd. He talked about Paul Heyman, BA. Paul Heyman doesn't get like over-talked by the crowd. That's not what Paul Heyman controls. The crowd. That crowd was not letting Paul Heyman talk for Roman Reigns. Like Roman Reigns was getting to that level. He has pops now. That SummerSlam pop was ridiculous without it didn't have a roof. It was open. And when he came back and returned, that was ridiculous. That Raw like pop is just, we're starting to hear like not Taker is making the whole, like you can't even hear the announcers talk when Roman Reigns is coming out now. So that's why I have him at that level. I think he's reached that level, but that's just my four. It's other greats. They aren't all my favorites. Like I would have him. I'm a Bret Hart guy myself as well, Bobby. I love Bret. I love Kurt Angle. I love technicians. I love Chris Jericho. I love
Kurt. That's my boy.
I love Benoit. Benoit was my guy back in the day. I know he's a bad dude now. You feel me? Like, but I can, as far as the technique and all, they were my guys. So Owen Hart, those type of guys. I think Kurt Angle the greatest wrestler of all time. As far as best wrestler, I'm sorry, of all time. I think I've probably never seen a bad Kurt Angle match. That's how I feel about Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle was that good of a wrestler, just all around. But these are my guys as far as my Mount Rushmore.
I definitely respect that. Nah, Kurt Angle is fire, bro.
Kurt Angle is
he's still on the mic. I love him. Even after his You Suck era, he still was hilarious. He was great. Like I always wish him the best.
If you're interested in us or Bobby answering anything real quick, y'all, which I know we get running short for time now, hit us with the WTC. I almost said the wrong show. At WTC in the comments. Keep it respectful and all. We'll get to you. But Travis, before we do, what was that segment of the Wrestling Tea brought to you
by the good people of Playback?
Thank you to our friends over at Playback for this segment. Pause. If you're tired of the national media and the annoying ways they sometimes cover sports and other events, give the Glow Sun Production channel on Playback a try. We cover new and old school basketball, wrestling, and geek culture. And just recently, we've added boxing, mixed martial arts, anime, and even video gaming. So if you have time in your busy day, give our channel on Playback a look and check out some of our replays while you're at it. Another special shout out to our favorite at Playback. Back to the show.
Sponsored by True Classic.
Always wanted to try True Classic, but hate shopping online? Keep watching. You've probably seen our ads online. Look, I get it, you're skeptical. I mean, is everything we sell really as soft and well-fitting as we say it is? If you need to try us before you buy us, True Classic now has stores nationwide. Visit one of these stores and you can fit, feel, and outfit a bunch of our customer favorites. So don't wait for shipping or worry about how much to spend. Visit one of our retail stores today and see the True Classic difference for yourself.
All right. So we have, let's see, Eric Bryant in the comments. That's Travis Boy. What up, Eric? He says, "Oh, you got me, brother." I couldn't do it without saying it.
Got me, brother.
And he says, "Hulk Hogan, we coming for you."
Ninja.
Shout out to our guy Devin. He says, "Welcome, Bobby."
Love, what's up?
Let's see. Let me see if we go anywhere else with it. Rel, shout out to my guy Rel in the house. He says, "I'm just here so I won't get fined." Appreciate you, Rel. Let's see. Shout out to my cousin Reg. He says, "I'd rather have Braun versus Gunther for the title." How you feel about Braun? You feel he ready, man? You feel between his promos and all that, he ready, Braun Breaker, Bobby?
Yeah, I honestly think he ready. You know what I mean? But it's just when you building up somebody, you can't have them behind. You know what I mean? Seth Rollins is great and all, but if Braun got to be ready to see he really ready, you got to throw him out there. You got to give him a Braun versus Gunther and fucking SummerSlam. The tag matches and stuff is cool, but if he ready, I feel like you got to throw them out there. You know what I mean? And see if he's really ready. Because the spotlight, that light hit different when it's one-on-one. You know what I mean? A tag match, you can easily hide behind whatever. But make a long story short, yeah, he ready. He got the lineage. And I don't know, y'all remember the Steiner brothers, man? Like, they was incredible. So he got it in his blood. I think he more than ready, but just how he's getting booked is so bad.
Damn dog-faced gremlin.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Deb saying, "Y'all know I still have high hopes for Braun Killings." Oh man,
Of course
Come
we
on,
do.
man.
I'm trying.
We gotta find Ron Killers, man. This is a travesty.
Somewhere out there doing country music.
He says Naomi's transformation has been A1. Shout out to Ron doing the country, man. They ain't even calling him Ron Killings yet, man. That's crazy. And he
That's
said,
just sad.
"Bobby, what do you think they're trying to do for TKO?" I think he referenced it later on.
Yeah, no, I think I answered in the comments. I think he was saying like, yo, he felt like WWE was trying to get out the deal by like with TKO by putting together bad product. I said they got to get out of $3 billion of debt, but honestly, you know what it is? Just to be real quick, I know we're running short on time. I just think it's too many cooks in the kitchen, honestly. So it's like, it's just hard creatively to put together anything compelling when it's just too many people. Opinions have to be jammed in once, and I just wish they trimmed the fat, but who knows, man.
I agree. Devin also says maybe they'll have it double cross Rhodes, and The Rock says he and Cody have been working together all along and play singing like a puppet. That's what I'm thinking they're gonna try to do. Maybe.
Yeah, but The Rock stepped back. It's like he completely threw his hands up with the Cena stuff. Now he's gonna throw himself back in. I don't know.
Apologize, man.
Yeah. Triple H, you said Triple H gotta apologize.
I think he may have apologized. I think with the whole situation, I really think that Ron Killings thing got him under a microscope because you heard it was a bunch of like stuff, a bunch of breadcrumbs.
My brothers got fired still after that. They never came back.
Triple H may not make it to his next contract and all that.
Yeah.
So I think stuff was going down. So I think he may have to went to The Rock because The Rock had ideas. I never was mad at The Rock. People were mad at The Rock before for saying I didn't get involved with WrestleMania and all. I always thought The Rock had ideas. He wanted to make something happen, and he thought they were following his ideas. Triple H wanted stuff to be a different way. He thought Cody was the guy by himself and could sell and be this guy, and The Rock was like, no, he associated with the bloodline.
Yeah.
And Triple H didn't want it to happen, and so The Rock said, I'll just step away from it then. If he's so big, just go ahead and have Cody versus, Cena, and you see what happened with Cody.
Exactly, man. Like, but I agree 100%, man. With Triple H, if he didn't apologize, he need to, bro. It's different when the final boss around.
Yep. Let's see.
That's why he was on my Ron Mushroom.
Red said, "Do you tell him how you feel, Queen?" Wow.
Always 100.
Devin said JC Mateo is teaming you, Brunson Reed. Jeez.
JC Mateo.
He said
that's hilarious.
He also said he would add Taker. He said Oldberg's entire existence was to be the answer to Stone Cold's popularity. Facts.
It really was. He was supposed to be, you know.
But Goldberg would be on a WCW Mount Rushmore for me, though.
100%.
Yeah, I'm putting, and Goldberg only was like a one-time champion, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But I would still put him on the Mount Rushmore of WCW. Probably him, Sting, Flair, Dusty Rhodes, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the 4.
Yeah, that's the 4.
Oh, yeah.
Devin said Cena is a great person unless you're in a relationship with him. Then you got to sign a 75-page contract saying you're a guest at his house. Mount Rushmore, Hogan, Austin, Cena, Takeover.
Shout out Nikki.
Yeah.
Let's see. BA to put Rhodes in the list. Why Cody now? Your man.
We won't talk to
you. Devin said Taker didn't even need the title to be the headline. Facts. Taker that dude. There's a bunch of great overall guys, but even Andre the Giant. You feel me? Back in the day and all that, but I wouldn't put him on the Mount Rushmore. Devin also says The Rock has to be the most success inside and out. Yeah, so I think The Rock is the biggest name in wrestling history. Like The Rock, as far as what he's become, he's the biggest as far as Dwayne Johnson, bigger than anybody in wrestling as far as the history. But as far as in wrestling, I'm just talking about wrestling, Bobby. That's why I don't have The Rock on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that.
Ray said if Brock Lesnar stayed in WWE, is he on the Mount Rushmore? Who knows?
Yeah,
Brock,
he
Brock
definitely.
So he on the top. He toward the top.
You can make a case for it.
I think so. I think so. Who will take him off?
I'm saying, bro, like this is what it is. He also says Devin also says
UFC,
Kurt was a beast.
Wrestling, but right now, the jury out. Go ask the government.
Kurt said Kurt was a beast, and just going back to his prime days, I don't know of anybody that could match his abilities. Brock could be the same if he didn't change over to the brawler style. # peak angle. Shout out to peak angle. And he also Bobby, the $3 billion debt was what I was actually trying to get you to say. LOL.
Oh yeah. $3 billion of debt.
Shout out to Bobby for that, man. Shout out to the show. That was an awesome show, y'all. Appreciate y'all.
And I'm gonna be coming in, tapping in here and there. You know what I mean? Whenever I get time, I'll tap in and bust it up with y'all about wrestling and shit.
Love to have you, Bobby. Before we go, Bobby, you want to tell everybody about what you got going on, maybe upcoming videos and all that, just a little bit about what you do, bro.
Yeah, well, basically, man, I just want to tell. Well, first, I want to thank y'all for having me. You know what I mean? I think it's important to just have dialogue, whether it's just regular wrestling stuff or the hard stuff about Hulk Hogan stuff. You know what I mean? I'm open. I think it's healthy for just dialogue to be had. People respect each other's opinions. So thank y'all for having me. And as far as the channel, I just started the channel to bust it up, to talk to other people about wrestling, just like literally what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So for what it grown into, I can't take any of the credit, man. I got to thank people like y'all and everybody else that tuned into my work. You know what I mean? When any of my family calling me like, boy, why you on? My aunt called me the other day. Why you on YouTube acting like a fool? I'm blaming it on y'all, man. They in the comments, they're laughing, they're hyping it up. And I'm a type of dude, I just feed off the energy. You know what I mean? So I just like to thank everybody to just, you know what I mean, just helping the channel grow. And I just try to, you know what I mean, work hard and just stay focused. And my number one thing I'm doing it for is this shit is just fun to me. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm cracking up on bullshit, I'm trolling, but I'm keeping the essence of it all is fun. So I want to thank y'all again, man. And you know what I mean? What I got coming up.
Never feel like a job.
Yeah, not ever. Especially YouTube is already a headache enough, dog. So it's like you gotta like this shit to even be doing it. You know what I mean? So, as far as what's coming up, I think I want to implement more lives. Like I gotta see how to work StreamYard and just to put together lives for people. But outside of that, you know, just bring the content. And, you know what I mean? Just keep growing and talking shit.
Yes, definitely follow Bobby on all his socials. Like I said, I have everything in the description. Bobby, bro, if you ever do live, we definitely are available. Let us know. We'll definitely be one of the guests, hopefully first guest on your show, maybe.
Hell yeah. We're going to put it together. We got to help each other grow, man. Seriously. Pause.
Look at him. He learned already. But also, if you haven't, follow us on We Talk Clip Show, we trying to meet the same amount of subscribers that we have on the main show over there. We do
My
condensed versions
man.
of the show. Yeah, exactly. Also, if you haven't already on our other shows, follow BA, Rel, Will, and Big J over at Cuz We Geek, where they talk about all things geek culture. That includes with movies and TV and everything else. Follow them. They're trying to get to their second goal, of 500 subscribers now. They have shows every Tuesday and Saturday. Correct? BA? All right.
Correct.
I got that one.
So,
Also
shout out
follow
to
BA on Get Off the Damn Fence. They talk about everything pop culture related, but mainly sports as well. Follow them there. I got to get this drop for you today. I already talked with Rel about that, BA. I got you. Also follow us on our other channel, Captain Crown. If you are a fan of the NBA at all, we talk about new and old school NBA action. We're trying to get to our next goal of 5K subscribers, y'all. We're almost there. Help us out. We're trying to get back in the algorithm, myself and Rel. We have shows every Monday evening and also Wednesday evenings. We'll be back here for We Talk Combats next Sunday, guys. Again, follow Bobby, follow everybody else on their socials. And I guess we out, y'all.
All right, man. Y'all be safe, man.
Yes, sir.